Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having a great day. I apologize again. I mentioned this in the last video that I had my voice in. I'm not really around too much. I actually just came back from a trip in Arizona yesterday, and I'm leaving tomorrow for Virginia. So I do apologize in advance. I'm gonna try and do videos. I cannot guarantee that, simply because like the schedule and all that, but I'm going to try. However, one thing really quickly. If you have the Line app, I have a guide chat there. There was some drama with some stuff, and it was almost taken over by some people who, I don't know. Anyway, it was almost taken over. Some people left due to the drama, so I'm trying to refill it back up, get it to where it was in terms of activity. So if you want to join, my line ID, which you can message me, is Matt Attack Fire, and I'll go and just type it out so you guys know what I'm saying. That is my line ID. Message me, just mention guide chat somewhere in the name or whatever, and I will get you in. But either way, okay, so people have been asking me all the time about the new divines, and I'm going to spend this video just going over the spells. So if you already know the spells of Tez and Zotz or whatever, I'm going to go over my opinions on the dragons, including their spells, so it's going to be a lot quicker. And then in the next video, which should be out today, I'm going to talk about which one is better, including Axie, or whatever his face is. So yeah, okay, so let's start out with Tez. This is the legendary Earth Warrior. Now his spells, Stone Form. This was on Gargula, I believe. So it puts up a shield that reduces damage by 70%. It is a white spell, 70% reduced damage. That is basically like it has a resist to every single tower. And it is 2 rage, and it has a 5-second duration. So pretty strong. It's definitely really good on a warrior because it helps them, stay alive. Then you got Fury of the Waste. Dragon gains 5% increased damage. That will eventually cap at 100% and restores 8% of Dragon's base HP every 3 seconds. So this is an automatic buff. So every 3 seconds that you are in the battle, every 3 seconds, it goes up by 5%. So basically by the end of a minute, 60 divided by 3 would be 20, so 20 times 5. So a minute into the battle, you will have 100% damage, increased damage, than his base attack. So as the battle goes on, he gets stronger and stronger. And also it restores 8% of Dragon's base HP, which for hunters, it's their hunter base, for warriors, they're HP based dragons. Like, they have a bunch of HP, so that's quite a lot. So I definitely like that passive on him. There's no healing spell, it doesn't look like. There is a healing spell, but there's not really a need for health, if that makes sense. Like, it seems like you have a pretty good way to get a lot of health back, because his next spell, and this is a 0 rage spell, 0 rage, Echoing Blast, and it is a red spell. Grants 15% of Dragon's base HP as health and deals 10% of Dragon's base HP as damage. Dragon also becomes invincible for 2 seconds, and it has a 7-second cooldown. So this is a completely rageless spell. Now, the thing with the red mage, you can still use this spell to gain the HP if there's a red mage near you, but the damage that it deals, the 10% the 10% of your dragon's HP that it hits the other towers with, if there's a red mage, it will protect it from the shots or the damage from that spell, if that makes sense. So definitely, he doesn't seem to be lacking too much health. He has a way to increase his attack, which is pretty good. He has a way to deal extra damage in one of his spells, which is 0 rage. And then you have an Ice Flak resist. Ice Flak's, it's okay, I guess. I would really prefer, a, dark flak resist. That would be really nice. But I definitely won't complain about Ice Flak, because they do seem to be coming more and more frequent bases. Okay, so on to Zots. Alright, so this is a dark sorcerer. That's the element. Now, his spells. This is a brand new spell. It is a white spell, 2 rage. Heals the dragon for 25% its base HP when casted. That is a lot of HP. 25% for 2 rage. It has a 2-second cooldown. That's pretty strong. And it deals 20 times normal attack damage to target tower. So I'm gonna say that's gonna one-shot a tower. I'm pretty sure this is like a white Death Gaze that increases, so basically it's like a white Death Gaze, more or less, but it also heals. So that's pretty freaking strong, to be honest. I really like this spell. And it's a white spell, too, so no matter whether or not there's a mage there, you could target the red mage and then use that. Like, you could target the red mage, and it will take it out, and it's a white spell. So I think that's a really, really strong combination with Sacrifice, which is 0 rage. And it deals 15% of the damage to your dragon in exchange for gaining 2 rage points. So let's say there is, you're turning the corner with no rage, you hit Sacrifice, then you hit Siphon Strike, which you gain that 2 rage from Sacrifice, which you can then use for the Siphon Strike, which will gain your health back and also do insane damage to 1 tower. And then you have Shadow Dispersal, which cloak for 2 seconds upon uncloaking deals 18% of dragon's base HP as damage to nearby towers. This is a red spell. So what that means is that even if there's a blue mage, you can still actually, like, dodge any mage shots. You know what I'm thinking? The thing with this is that even if there's a red mage there, you can still cloak. So this is actually a really strong spell if you don't know how to dodge rage drains. You can just use this spell, and it doesn't matter whether or not there's red mages there. So all these super shots are coming at you, you hit this spell, and it cloaks for 2 seconds, negating all those super shots, and you come out of it. Now, if they have extra, super shot ammos, which they can use, which can, shoot more at you after you come out of that cloak type thing, then you would still get hit by mage shots. But overall, I think that's actually a really strong spell. And then you have Dark Flak Resist. So yeah, pretty interesting dragon. I'm really liking him. Now, okay. One thing to note is that Sacrifice is not white. I didn't realize that until just now. It is not white. So, but I mean, in between islands, does that really matter? Not really. You should still be okay. But okay, let's look at this really quick. My opinions on these dragons. Both of them look okay. Okay. I'm gonna say for the Tez guy, this one right here, I'm not really impressed in terms of, I don't think this guy's gonna be useful in wars. Like, I don't see this guy wiping through my base if it's defended. Undefended, maybe. Defended, probably not, honestly. I just don't see him dealing enough damage. Even though, technically, he has that increasing damage spell over time, it's like, he has a way to heal, like 2 different ways to heal, and a damage reduction spell. He's a tank, like all hunters. Sorry, but I keep forgetting, I keep swapping hunters and warriors. He's basically like a complete tank, just like most warriors. But he has that ability to increase his damage, so 100% bonus damage. Is that really enough, though? I don't know. I personally don't necessarily think that it is. I have not seen this guy at higher levels yet. If you have any gameplay, please let me know. I would love to upload it, give you guys a shout out. But, yeah, honestly, I'm just not too impressed with this guy against defended bases. Just spell-wise, I don't think he's going to be viable. Against undefended bases, as well as, and when I say defended bases, I mean really high level. If you are like a level 100, sure, this guy will probably be useful. As you get into higher levels with better gear and better everything, bases get so much more powerful than the dragons. But at lower levels, warriors are still viable. So I would definitely say this guy is useful, like, maybe before level 200, I would say, and even in wars. But past level 200, you're really going to be pushing it, I think. So yeah, that is Zots. Now, sorry, that is Tez. Zots. This guy, okay. I want to, see, here's the thing. I want to say he's going to be useful, because just his spell combination, so basically what you can do is, while you're turning the corner, let's say you have 0 rage to start out with, all you got to do is use Sacrifice, which gains you that, or let's say you have, like, just 1 or 2 rage, right? So you turn the corner, you use Sacrifice, which gains you that rage, so you have 3 rage bars. Then you use the Siphon Strike, which deals 20 times normal attack, which is basically, I'm pretty sure it is going to be a Death Gaze type thing, to 1 tower. So you get rid of 1 target tower, which could be like, what's it called? Like an ice flak or something. I don't know what it could be. And then you hit Shadow Dispersal as soon as any super shots come at you. And then, let's say you targeted that red mage, when you come out of Shadow Dispersal, it's going to deal 18% of dragon's base HP to all the surrounding towers. And if there's not a red mage, you can deal all that damage. So overall, I think his spell combination is going to be a little bit tricky and probably situational in terms of usage. I don't see him being, like, you know, the most overpowered dragon. I don't even really see him being an overpowered dragon at all. But I do think he can be viable. I will say that. I like his skill set. I think it has some good. I think it has synergy. I would say, like, it just makes sense together in terms of like what the combinations of spells you can use. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Now, okay, okay. Now let me go ahead and go to one thing real quick. I'm looking at my phone right now because I'm looking at all the information. Now, this is the dragon that everyone's like, oh my goodness, I gotta get him. And I'm going to be talking about this guy in the next video a lot, but Axie. This guy is amazing. Okay, so here's his spells. So, Rainbow Shot. It is a white spell, 1 rage, fires an extremely colorful projectile which freezes towers within the area and damages them for 12% of your dragon's base HP. Towers remain frozen for 6 seconds and has a 4-second cooldown. So, basically, this has the same radius, for anyone who's wondering, not like desiccating sand. It has the same radius as Enfeeble, which means that it's not like a normal freeze where you can freeze 5 buildings at once. Well, I think you can. You just have to have like a particular tower placement, and I think the middle tower has to be dead. But you can basically hit like about 3 to 4 towers. Most people will only hit 2 at once. But this is a white spell. It is 1 rage. It's pretty freaking strong. Then you have Elemental Barrier, which is a white spell. Elemental Bubble, which is a white spell, 2 rage. Not 1 rage. I did not realize that. Ooh, that's a little bit rough, but okay. Because for those who don't know, Elemental Barrier is just 1 rage. It actually takes no damage from elemental attacks while the bubble is active. The spell can heal the dragon for up to 45% of its base HP based on the elemental damage received while active. So basically, any like damage that you take from elemental towers while you have this thing up, it will give that health to you. So keep in mind that 45%, and I'll explain why. And then, so it has a 6-second duration and then a 2-second cooldown. Elemental Barrier runes will not affect this dragon, by the way, because it has a different it has a different name for the spell. So Elemental Barrier runes that you maybe got for Necrix will not work on Elemental Bubble. It has a different spell name, even if it does the exact same thing. Regenerate. Active 0 rage. Heals 40% of dragon's base HP over 2 seconds. Has a 4-second cooldown. So, let's say you use Elemental Barrier and Regenerate. That is 85% of your dragon's HP back within about 6 seconds. For hunters, that is ridiculous. Very, very strong. And keep in mind, it's 0 rage, too. So, even if, like, the only downside is it's not white, but still, like, 0 rage for 40% of your dragon's HP, especially for a hunter, that is seriously so strong. And then you have Adaptive Resist, which is, again, 0 rage, white spell. So it basically allows you to cycle through Lightning, Dark Flag, and Fire Turret Resist. The spell also gives a small amount of rage, and it's 0.5 rage per use, and it has a 2-second cooldown between changing resists. So basically, if let's say you get hit by mage shots, all you gotta do in between islands is just spam Adaptive Resist a couple of times, and it will give you all your rage back. So yeah, I'm extremely, extremely impressed with Axie. I think he's definitely worth it. I'm going to be talking about him more in the next video that you'll be seeing, so definitely be watching out for that. But either way, guys, hope you guys found it useful. Let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.